So I sat down that evening with my coaches and started to watch the run in Kitzbuhel. And as we started to watch it, I noticed an interesting element. When I was watching it, I saw when I started to hit the fastest, scariest sections, I'd slightly go like this. I'd hit another fast, scary section, I'd slightly go like this. You might not be up on downhill techniques, but that's not a very good one. That'd be like if you were driving in your car and someone scared you and you jump in the back seat. Who's driving? And I realized, okay, this reaction might be natural, but it's not optimal. And I had to, as a young man, admit I had a fear. That's hard to admit. I had a fear, but more important than just having it was the reaction to fear was not serving me. What could I do about it? Can we retrain a habit? Good question. If sports taught me anything, it's that we can retrain a habit. How? Looked at different ways to do it and actually hatched a pretty simple plan. After that moment, every time when we went out onto the mountain, and I started to hit that fast, scary section, I trained myself, lunge forward, lunge forward. Every time I felt that fear, lunge forward, retraining and reconditioning that response every chance we got every day. Got pretty good at it and then started to look for everyday opportunities to do it even more. I got really good at actually be walking through the park and a dog would jump out and bark at me and I'd lunge at the dog. Retraining and reconditioning that response every chance we got. Training it over and over. Went back to Kitzbuhel 5 years later. It was a tough year. The fog rolled in. And 8 of the first 15 racers were taken away in the helicopter to the hospital. A racer would go, there'd be a hold-on course, we'd hear a helicopter. Another racer would go, there'd be another hold-on course, we'd hear another helicopter. We finally jumped onto our walkie-talkies and we radioed down to the coaches. We said, hey, what's going on down there? They said, well, it's really foggy down here, but the race officials, they really want to get the race off, so they're bringing the helicopter in here to get the fog out of here. Yeah. Little selective communication from our coaching staff. I talked to them about it afterwards. They said, Cary, we knew you had enough negative voices in your head up there. We knew you'd done all the training this summer for it. We knew you were prepared for this moment to be able to take advantage of it. And I remember stepping into the start gate in Kitzbuhel, saying, this is what I've trained for. This is the moment that I've been ready for. If we can bring it up on the screen here. As I pushed out of the start, trying to push and skate for all it was worth, got into my tuck, had that very first turn to the right, setting up that first turn to the left, diving off the Mausefale jump. Had the right line as I landed, coming through the compression, lunging forward, onto the left-hand ski, lunging forward, entering off the Hausberg jump, letting the skis run, onto the 45-degree side, lunging forward, enjoying the speed, into my tuck, onto the 52-degree Zielschuss pitch, letting the skis run through the compression, lunging forward, off the finish jump, sailed 88 yards off the finish jump, landed, crossed the finish line, looked up, and that's when we set the world downhill speed record at 97 miles an hour. Thank you.